Bitcoin is about to see this big breakout. So watch this video within the next 24 hours. Because while we are still trading in a weekend, all of the liquidity is piling up on the top side and a big volatility is going to be incoming. We have been seeing this break of this falling wedge pattern to the upside, so a massive new week is going to be incoming for Bitcoin. And I can tell you already, you need to be prepared for what is about to come next. So anyways, as always, let's get started with a short term. And in a short term, Bitcoin is of course still consolidating inside of this weekend. We are just consolidating at around that CME close price. Yes, we could potentially see some positive news coming in by the end or nearing the end of this weekend. So definitely keep your eyes wide open for that. Anyways, as of for now, Bitcoin is still just consolidating during this weekend. We are consolidating further inside of this symmetrical triangle pattern. And very interestingly, we are developing this consolidation pattern right after seeing this daily trend line breakout. Of course, Bitcoin has been breaking out above this resistance, and ever since we have been breaking out, Bitcoin has been consolidating even further, forming a new symmetrical triangle pattern and waiting for continuation to the upside. We've been perfectly retesting this breakout, so let's see if Bitcoin can be breaking to the upside. And then if we do break to the upside, I think we are going to be creating the follow through that we are waiting for. Now, right now we are of course still consolidating in a weekend, so probably nearing the end of this weekend, volatility is going to be picking up again. Of course, also keep in mind it's currently Eastern, so volatility is even lower than it is usually. So we probably just still need to be a little bit more patient until eventually we are going to be breaking this symmetrical triangle, and then we're going to be initiating that next follow through. Anyways, I do think that Bitcoin will be breaking out to the upside because we are already breaking this level of resistance, right? We are already finding some strength, and all of the Bitcoin liquidity is currently piling up on the top side. So this is meaning something because usually Bitcoin does tend to go towards a place where that majority of the liquidity is sitting at. So let's see if Bitcoin can finally be breaking this lower high structure. Bitcoin has been creating lower high after lower high. We need to be breaking above that 88.5k level. Then we're going to be breaking this downtrend structure back into an uptrend again. And that is ultimately what we need for a bullish week again. Anyways, I do think it could be happening right now, because all of the Bitcoin charts are pretty much still aligning. They're all pretty much pointing bullish. First of all, we are getting this falling wedge breakout finally to the upside. Right now, we've been retesting this breakout over here. Let's see if we can be initiating our follow through right by this symmetrical triangle break. And let's see if we can be pushing above the Bitcoin EMA ribbons, because Bitcoin is still fighting to be breaking above it, right? We haven't really seen that break above, but we are trying to be doing so. If we can be breaking above these previous highs, we are going to be breaking above the Bitcoin EMA ribbons. We are going to be confirming this double bottom formation, probably break above this neckline. And that is just going to be the catalyst of a much bigger move about to come. In that case, we are just going to be flipping this downtrend structure into an uptrend again. We're about to follow the global liquidity, right? Because the global liquidity has been steadily reaching new all-time highs. Bitcoin is soon about to follow, flip this downtrend into an uptrend again. We've been anticipating this for a long time. Anyways, the Bitcoin weekly candles are looking very good. We've been seeing this bullish engulfing candle over here. Right now, we are just seeing some consolidation, but the next candle could definitely bring a lot of continuation. This is a very clear structure. Bitcoin usually does this and usually creates this weekly candle structure. And also with this falling wedge breakout, which we are getting, we could definitely see this continuation candle. Let's see if we're going to be seeing that. I mean, next week is promised to be a pretty big week for Bitcoin, if we are going to be seeing this symmetrical triangle break to the upside, right? And yeah, it is all just playing out so perfectly because we have been seeing this bullish divergence getting formed at the exact Bitcoin bottom, at the Pico bottom over here. Also, we have been seeing previous resistance flipping into support with this great weekly candle structure that we are creating, bouncing from previous resistance, turning into support, looking very good. I mean, Bitcoin is soon about to follow the global liquidity. with again a 105-day lag like it has been doing every single time during this cycle. We are breaking above this downtrend. It is currently looking like it, right? So I think we are about to flip this downtrend into an uptrend, about to follow that global liquidity. We've been seeing a bullish MACD indicator cross every single time that this has been happening. We have been seeing a plus 88% gain, a plus 86% gain, plus 72% gain, plus 83% gain. And right now, I think we are about to do the same exact thing, initiate that next leg to the upside. But we just need to be seeing this catalyst, this break to the upside of this symmetrical triangle, and that is going to be the catalyst of way more follow through that is about to come. So let's see if we can be seeing that. Anyways, dollar is also crashing to the downside still. This is very bullish for risk on assets, like for example Bitcoin, like for example altcoins as well. Anyways, for that longer term, I think Bitcoin is still just lagging behind the stock market and the gold chart, and the money flow is about to flow into Bitcoin again. That is usually how the money rotation works in a financial asset market. First money flows into the stock market, and then in the final last leg to the upside, well, Bitcoin will go the most exponential. Just like with gold, first gold moves to the upside, then when gold consolidates, all of the money will start to flow back into Bitcoin. So I think it is about to happen again. Bitcoin is still just lagging behind in that longer term. I mean, every single chart is lining up. We've been having a look into every single chart so many times. Let's see if we can finally see our catalyst over here. Next week, I think it's going to be a very big week for Bitcoin. And if you're going to be getting interested in trading this as well, make sure to check out that first link down below. Because with that first link down below, you can be claiming $150 free trade. So be sure to be checking it out. Anyways, pay attention right now because everyone is leaving the space. Everyone is losing their attention, losing their patience. Everybody is literally leaving. We can be seeing this in the Google Trends, but when everybody is leaving, it should actually be the time where you want to be paying your attention and you want to be actively involved in the space. Anyways, I still think that the Bitcoin cycle could easily go on until about November, December of this cycle. Global liquidity is still pretty much exploding to the upside. So more liquidity is being poured into the economy. This is very bullish for Bitcoin and financial assets, of course. And I do not think that the banks, the central banks, have any other option than injecting more liquidity in the market. They do not pretty much simply have any other option. So they will just continue to inject more liquidity in the markets. And this is going to be exploding the Bitcoin price even and even further. Anyways, with that being said, nothing much is happening during this weekend over here. I mean, it's currently Easter. Happy Easter to all of you. Anyways, with that being said, if you do like the content, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.